Hello, welcome back to Farzan's Gaming. My name is Ben, and today we're going to continue on with Narcissu. So we're going to go and load up here at the very beginning of Chapter 4. And last time we left off, we blew all our money trying to buy some gas, and decided to rob a pachinko parlor to get some more funds, which went incredibly well. So let's see if there's any sort of fallout from that decision, and see what happens next. Stopping time, stopping my heart. Days of simply gathering knowledge. Days of gazing at maps, closing my eyes, traveling to unknown towns. One day, on a monthly magazine I always bought, my eyes stopped on a photo decorating the back cover. There's a female model wearing a flashy swimsuit, shot at the water's edge with that sort of pose. With the emerald sea I always saw in my dreams behind her back, she was smiling. I was sure we were around the same age. With that exceptional style, happy and relaxed, directing a smile at me. I don't think I was particularly envious. For one thing, I didn't have a swimsuit, and didn't even have any urgent need to have one. For me, if I had pajamas, that was enough. Numerous seasons, white overcast skies, passed without even the need to exchange words with anyone. That day, first year of middle school in June, the first day I was admitted into the hospital. I remembered that I had ordered a swimsuit, recalled the swimsuit from a number of years before. I remembered the swimsuit that had lost its debut that day. Taken out of the trunk for the first time in years, a school swimsuit that was still brand new. Taking off my usual pajamas nervously, I put on that blue swimsuit. It was a perfect fit. Even though how many years have passed? It fit as if just now I had ordered it. Towards my figure, the monthly magazine's model directed her smiling face at me, smiled with the emerald sea to her back. With that exceptional style, happy and relaxed, directing a smile at me. That was saddening. I didn't think I was particularly envious. However, to be honest, I really might have admired her. Because I knew that it was impossible. I might have yearned for it even more so. But the large scar on my chest advised me to give up. My lifelong companion told me to make do with the world in my closed eyes. Man, that is sad. Alright, January 22nd, 2005. When the sun slowly slanted, staining the western sky orange. As always, we continued to drive. What should we do now? Our money was, for the most part, tight. That's an understatement. Say, you. Yep, that was the girl. I was thinking about that. Surprisingly, the girl spoke to me. You can go take baths? Ah, right now, outside of long baths, I haven't been told to stop. I see, something similar to me then. What she was saying was probably whether the doctors have stopped me from taking baths or not. Especially for kidney and digestive disorders where there were tubes being used, baths were often banned. Think about it that way at least. The girl probably had a circulatory problem like I did. What, did you want to go take a bath? Problem? No, I also want to take one. Even so, financially speaking, stopping at a hostel or hotel was out of the question. Well then, shall we look for bathhouse someplace? Bathhouse? Something like that. We still haven't the money for... On second thought, I'm fine. What, you're fine? Since that day we left from the 7th floor, 3 days had already passed. There, bathing was done twice a week, and in order to wipe the body, each day there were 2 warm sponge baths. Well, because of the season, we didn't sweat, and we were mostly in the car, so it didn't get particularly dirty, but... Is it that you're embarrassed about the bathhouse, and so you don't want to go? Not particularly, I didn't mean that. The sun had completely set, and a large moon showed its face in the sky. After that, driving for a while, I found a place that looked like a school somewhere. Here might be just right. I stopped the car on the roadside near the entrance. Then I began fishing through that massive laundry that had been left in the back seat. I was sure there were 2 or 3 towels. So, pushing aside the clothes that didn't matter, I took up what felt like a towel. It had the words Shiraishi Construction printed on it, most likely some marketing things. It was a shabby towel. Well, wait a bit. The girl looked at me questioningly. Holding 2 of the shabby towels, I headed to the school in front of us. Climbing over the closed gate, I peered around the area for the place I was looking for. Ah, there it is. After a while, I found the faucet that I was looking for. It was probably there for the gardens. The faucet squeaked loudly. Turning the faucet, the water flowed out strongly, cold enough that it felt like it was slicing through one's body. Then I wet the towels and firmly wrung them out. I returned to the car, slamming the door closed. Sorry for the wait. Here. Taking one of the 2 damp towels I carried, I gave one of them to the girl. Then, taking off the sweatshirt I wore on top, I went ahead and started to wipe my body. The car interior, well warmed from the heater, the feel of the chilly, damp towel felt good. You don't have to hold back. Wipe your body. It's cold and feels good, you know. Dude, I don't think she wants to take her shirt off in front of you. Alright. At first, the girl had stayed unmoving with a sense of hesitation, but with that answer, she slowly took her hands to the buttons on her clothes. Floppy dress shirt and jeans. Unlike me, she placed her hand within her clothes and wiped her body that way. Hey, something the matter? Oh, other way around, whatever. Don't look. Ah, sorry, that's right. Holding the towel in her hand, the girl murmured with her clothes partially off. She made a face with just the slightest bit of reluctance and embarrassment. It was the first time I saw her with that expression. In the cramped car, the 2 of us faced our backs to each other. How about it? Feels good, doesn't it? It's just turning totally dark, and the interior was dimly lit. The glass right in front of me reflected the image of myself wiping my body. And further past my figure, it reflected the figure of the girl behind my back. Just like me, she had taken off her top and was wiping herself. Without intending to, I saw her. A large scar on her chest could be seen. Most likely, they were scars from surgery. I didn't know the details, but it was larger than mine. Say, you... Look, what is it? Is it that unusual? Okay, so that was the girl. From behind my back, words towards my figure reflected in the glass. January 25th, 2005. Under the cloudy sky, the silver coupe ran on. As always, it continued to run with no destination, and looking back, 3 days had passed. In that span, nothing particularly special had happened. To be really particular, along the way we found a practically free open-air bath. There wasn't really many people around, so at the least we managed to take a bath. Other than that, we were towards the bottom of our money, and once again, towards the bottom of our gas tank. Have you gotten a bit tired of it? Not particularly. The 2 of us, while eating convenience store nigiri, exchanged words. Compared to the food on the 7th floor, it might have been better, but even then, after eating only this for a number of days, it was looking boring. However, even this kind of food, considering our money, would probably end in a few more trips to the store. That sound is noisy. Huh? What's this all of a sudden? Oh, that should be the girl, I think. The sound of the car. It's gotten louder than before. Now that you say it, it really has. Most likely the cause was that time we fled from the pachinko parlor a few days ago, where the muffler was hit. I hadn't been worrying about it, but certainly the sound of the car has gotten a bit louder. Well, it probably wasn't going to get in the way of driving. And before that, the problem right before us was gasoline. The meter had been pointing at empty, and we've been running like that for 5 minutes. And our money right now amounted to 900 yen. With that, unlike last time, it was clearly not enough. If we totally ran out of gas, then there would probably be nothing we could do. Making a decision, I pulled into a gas station, and moreover, looked for a self-service station. Soon I found one and pulled the car to a stop at the closest pump out of the many lined up. I'll get some gas. I see. But don't get out of the car. There's no reply. However, she probably also understood what that meant. Opening the car's gas cap, I put in the gasoline by imitating others. In the area was one other customer, and in the back was a building with vending machines. I could also see someone that looked like a clerk. Most likely, that was where one paid the bill. Looking at the explanatory plate on the wall, it seemed that after filling up, one would take their seat over there. In that case, we could just drive off and run away. While looking around the quiet gas station, that's what I felt. 23, 24, 25, 26. The numbers on the meter showing the amount of gas pumped. Unlike before, I thought I was going very slowly. I felt very irritated while waiting for the tank to fill. And then, passing 40 liters just when the tank was about to fill. Welcome! The clerk seemed to be a part-timer that had been in the building up until now, for some reason, ran over here. Ashtray, tire pressure, are they all fine? Yes, they're fine. I see, it's cold, so please be careful. And perhaps intended to be a service, the clerk started cleaning the windows. As that was happening, the pump announced the tank was full, and with a business-like sound, spat out the receipt. Please make your payment over there. Pausing from washing the windows, the clerk pointed at the building from before. Silently, I held the receipt. Unable to think of what to do, I wound up standing still. Is something the matter, sir? No, nothing. In a moment, I went back inside the car, and then I only started up the engine. What should I do? That part-time clerk was starting to clean the rear window now. Right now, if I just slammed on the accelerator... However, without a doubt, the license plate would be noted down. If there was an investigation, we would easily be caught. However, in order to run here, I made a decision and firmly stepped on the clutch. Then, when I switched the gear out of neutral and was about to enter second... Here. Huh? You can use it. Suddenly, the girl took out an envelope. From inside that, she took out a 10,000 yen bill and held it out to me. You had money? And I had been convinced she had none. If that were the case, I wouldn't have had to go through all that trouble until now. Why didn't you say anything? Did you ask? No, that's, because I wasn't asked. With just that answer, once again, as always, she faced the window. Once again, the coupe ran on. Nice. For now, we had a full tank of gas. Moreover, I had also received a 5,000 yen bill as change. However, for me, I was more interested about what had just happened before. Hey, you. Here, this is all of it. Before I could speak, the girl offered me the envelope from before, just like that. It's okay if I use this? It doesn't matter, you can. Looking inside the envelope I took, there were still 4 10,000 yen bills. With that, we would probably be fine for a while. Good lord. So he's trying to rob a pachinko parlor for money, and this chick just didn't bother to say that she had 50 grand on her. Nice. Alright. However, now I was more concerned about something else. Why did the girl have so much money? Yeah, exactly. What the hell? At the least, the few thousand yen that I had from the start was just what I had been carrying when we left. However, in the girl's case, I felt it was like she'd been prepared in advance. Hey, you. Oh, before, you said you didn't like the 7th floor, right? I also didn't like home. I'm the same way. Then you're planning on going somewhere? This is the money for that purpose, isn't it? Then I remembered the girl's words from before. She had said that she would go somewhere while she was still able to move on her own. Asked me whether I wanted to stop her or wanted to go with her. Then you really did have someplace you wanted to go to. Not particularly. I can't understand if you say not particularly. There is no place. Just that, looking lonely, she sadly murmured. Then this girl was without a destination, but still picturing someday in the future, simply preparing for it all this time alone. I was concerned why she'd been doing such an empty thing, but I sensed the girl's lonely profile was confirming that. Then what about you? Even me? Not particularly. Don't imitate me. I'm not imitating you. Continued driving without a destination. I, who had impulsively flew from the 7th floor, and the girl who didn't have a place to go, but hollowly only continued to prepare. However, right now, it doesn't matter where. I just want to go somewhere. Eh? Alright, I've probably got to find a better way to say all the time, but that's okay. At the least for me, I wanted something to give me direction. Well, how about that Awaji-Shima that we talked about before? With the money we have now, it's definitely enough to go. I was sure that any place would have been fine. Even the 7th floor, even someplace not home, so long as we could continue going. However, I didn't just want to wander aimlessly. I think I wanted a goal. It didn't matter what. Don't you think of wanting to go too? Not particularly. With just that answer, once again she turned her gaze out the window like she usually did. Always, her eyes seemed to be looking at something far away. Just what on earth is she looking at, I wonder? What was she thinking? What was she expecting when she came here, I wonder? Ooh, wow, okay, that was a pretty short chapter this time. But I'm just going to go ahead and stick to one chapter per video here, so might as well go ahead and end it there. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.